While we can send something into the workflow, we can also retrieve information from it. For example, here in our webhook controller, before confirming the payment, we can ask the workflow whether the payment is already confirmed or not. When we want to get something from the running workflow, we use query method. Let's implement one. Open our workflow and let's say that once we receive a webhook, we want to log in the controller that the payment with a particular ID was confirmed. Okay, at first we store this ID in the property. Then add a new method getPaymentID. It returns a string. Inside we can check that the property is not null and then return payment ID. And we mark it as query method with annotation. By the way, now we can add a new method to our activity to mark the payment as confirmed. Yield, this, storage, confirm, and an ID. So add this method. It accepts an ID and returns nothing. Leave it blank and add annotation that this method is an activity method. Okay, now move back to webhook controller. Before confirming the payment, let's grab payment ID and change result message saying that the payment with this ID was confirmed. I think it should work now. Let's check. Restart the Roadrunner, start the workflow, copy its ID, then call a webhook from the browser. And it works. Here is our payment ID. Remember, when we need to get something from the workflow, we use query method.